Dead End is Murder Drones Episode 6, originally airing August 18th, 2023, only a month after the last episode, and a few months after the time I reviewed Home. That was, totally intentional. The episode begins with a tropical screensaver. The office has a bunch of inspirational posters. The power starts failing, and Not Uzi tries to save someone who's buffering until they get ripped in half by velociraptors. In the background, we hear the song Eternal Dream, which is the first Murder Drone song with lyrics. We'll hear it at the end of the episode as well, and it's sung by Uzi's voice actress. Kinda sounds like a Metal Gear song. It can be seen as symbolism for Uzi and N's relationship. There's a lot of covers of it too. But eventually a velociraptor hits Not Uzi with its headlights, which causes them to buffer and gets eaten. Meanwhile, after the end of Home, everyone stops screaming, and instead of fighting, Tessa tries picking up and swinging around N again.
You're a magical! Too tall, handsome, is toxic.
I never really thought about this, but I guess because Jay's just floating there, the wings are really decorative swords.
Who's this little...
Uzi, why are you here, human? Tired of killing this one.
Of course, referencing episode 1 and Eldritch J in episode 2.
Effective drones were cloned more.
Classic Jay.
So J and T were sent here because Sin's gone missing, and the last known action was sending the murder drones to disassemble human colonies on exoplanets. I don't entirely know what an exoplanet is. I continue to love the detail of things reflect in Tessa's helmet because they could have just so easily just kept it a black screen. But they go through the effort of showing the things are glowing glow and actually mirrored. Also notice how Jay refers to Sin as boss and Tessa cuts her off. During this, Doll betrays J and T and teleport dashes away, so now everyone has to chase her through an industrial plant until Doll reverse swan dives into a pit. Nice little background detail, but N and V are used to flying and landing, while Uzi's still new to flying, so she struggles when landing. Jay reveals their plans from Sin was to clear the area around the drop zone, create a spire, and then destroy copies of the movie Cabin Fever. Everyone's on board with that, but we also need the key bug to get to the secret lab.
Jay, mind my ship.
So Jay leaves the episode. Uzi Goblin poses and wants answers. It turns out that Doll was plagued with something she inherited from the humans. Notice that Uzi is concerned for Doll. Then Tessa literally just dives into the pit and catches her, and they investigate, finding a lot of bodies, 2 disassembly drones. I'm not entirely sure if they're just different clones of NV and J or these are other ones. Some computer screens have the JC Jensen logo on them. I totally forgot to mention that JC Jensen, in space, is the same logo that SC Johnson, a family company, the people behind the majority of American cleaning products. Uzi's actually kind of scared by this place and tries to hold N's hand. Till it gets interrupted.
Human-made security this experiment can control.
Anything to screw Sin's plan.
And for Mom backstory, right, dude?
They find the secret elevator until Tessa gets pulled away by something. They chase after her until they find a baby wearing a cowboy hat playing literal stock sound effects. So N starts shooting them, and that's a good thing because it turns out to be a weird spider baby. And it has a disassembly drone arm. And they have a friend. They get EMP'd. Uzi comes to with a magnet on her head, but worse, she wakes up and Outlast. He's picking at the body of Not Uzi from the beginning of the episode. Normal Uzi tells her not to pick apart V because she'll go Lovecraftian. But they got a solution for that, by putting the crab hearts in a stove. The baby cowboy is Bo, they're silent, and the lady is Alice. She got Wendigo garbage antlers. I mean, imagine having antlers. Mine are part of my beanie, it's okay, shut up. She's played by the lovely Amber May, who played Barbie. Apparently the solver's greatest weakness is a magnet. The redneck bots recognize Uzi because of her mother's choker and refer to Nora as number 2. They literally duct tape the magnet to Tessa's helmet. while N is being N and actually encouraging the baby from Toy Story to cut him open, walking him through it and encouraging him the way. But then they leave to deal with Nori's kid with more magnets. Tessa breaks free. When Uzi asks about Nori, they refer to her having yellow eyes. I was joking earlier, but it really is becoming Outlast.
We'll save V.
And Uzi.
Wanna take a gander at Earthin?
No, Tessa, we don't have time.
Turns out the Earth has been destroyed by Dissolver, which mutates in damaged drones like Sin, calling back to the massacre from last episode. Oh, bullshit, redacted. Dissolver then spread to Earth's closest colonies like Proxima and Plaid Binary System, which are references to Earth's closest star systems, Proxima and Alpha Centauri, which is binary. This is the first time in the series the planet system is actually referred to as Copper. And turns out the humans on this planet were experimenting with Dissolver, including on Nori, which is Uzi's mom. So N has to choose the universe or Uzi. Meanwhile, they have a finger and junk bucket to match with O.R. Ash's leg bucket. Alice figures out that N and Tessa escape, so she opens the door to the Velociraptors, which are actually called Sentinels. Notice that they look kind of like Uzi's tail. Alice chomps down on some battery popcorn, and Uzi's trying to use her solver powers to escape so hard that she's turning yellow and cracking her face. Tessa tries pulling a Jurassic World on the Velociraptors, which turns into How You Train Your Dragons, until they get bit. But the human blood causes the Sentinel to have an error and it kills itself, because the Sentinels are not supposed to attack humans. Back in the other room,
Oh, don't mind. Maybe.
Sin Uzi creating a null black hole destroys the controls, letting all the Sentinels escape and Day of the Deading Alice. Turns out the Velociraptors flashing only works if you actually look at them when they're doing it. Bo actually feels pity and frees V, then he gets mauled to death. So V escapes and grabs Uzi, who's passed out. Some more Sentinels enter the room, but luckily that black hole just liquefies them. In reboots, everyone meets back up, and V isn't happy about this bullshit. But Uzi comes too, and she's happy to see N. But V doesn't know. That Sentinel from earlier gets possessed by Doll. Everyone hides up in the lights, and Uzi and N have this really cute texting. This time Uzi's the one asking if N is good. Turns out at the end of this hallway, Doll is buffering, with the key bug right next to the thing that's supposed to unlock. Well, that's super convenient, so Uzi tries using her solver powers, but they try stopping her.
Oi! Bloody convenient, eh?
So Uzi and N finally hold hands, and they're blushing, and even start sweating. It's really intense. Ho ho ho!
Ew.
Don't date my robot, please.
He's his own person! You, ew, you're mean.
Yeah, no shit, it was a trap. Doll was just using a buffering GIF. Activating the elevator, using her solver powers to open all the doors to the Sentinels, and giving a remorseful salute to Uzi as she falls down as the elevator covers her. Unfortunately for the group, it's on the other side of where they are. Tessa tries humaning all over the place, but that Sentinel that Doll is controlling doesn't care, and has Bo's arm. Uzi tries using her solver powers to melt a hole so they can get into the elevator, but then she starts glitching. But she's managed to squeeze out a black hole to get in. Tessa's nearly shot, but V just catches it and tosses it right back, and cuts Uzi's hand off, which kind of sort of works. Everyone falls into the elevator, except V, who found her glasses somehow and has a sword fight with a Velociraptor. But those Sentinels are clever girls, so they end up actually trying to stop the elevator. V sees this and...
Uzi, I trust you.
Can you set me free?
This episode is fantastic. Well, yeah, it sucks that Jay got to return just to be written out of the episode, and for some reason, Dahl doesn't say a single word in this episode. But Bo and Alice were good one-off villains who are definitely really creepy. The twist of what happened to Earth because of the Solver and Uzi slowly being possessed by it is a great twist, just as N and Uzi are growing closer together. After getting not much to do last episode, V has a lot of time to shine. And her sacrifice, and the first time and only time she ever says Uzi's name, is a good payoff that V at first thought that Uzi was Sin, and now that she's figuring out that she's fighting against the Solver, it finally pays off the two no longer hating each other. And the pacing, animation, and music are incredible. 10 out of 10. But let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, as well as hitting the subscribe button and the like button.